The head of the Metropolitan Police is calling for sweeping reforms to the policing system in England and Wales. Sir Mark Rowley said there should be a reduction in the number of police forces from 43 to a much smaller number of mega forces. The Commissioner said it would pave the way for greater investment in technology to help combat modern threats such as cyber and organised crime.
The current policing model is a tweaked and bastardised version of what was designed in a 1962 Royal Commission. It is so out of date for the challenges today. A unique thing about where we are today, police leaders across the system, we're all of a common mindset that the system needs to change quite dramatically.
Havering Council has been told to start planning for long-term health impacts caused by a rubbish dump which has been burning for decades. The illegal fly tipping site at Arnoldsfield in Launders Lane has been sending harmful smoke towards residents' homes. It's left some people feeling ill with nosebleeds and even lung conditions. The council was presented with 8 recommendations on the fire this week and says it's working on it all the time. Now, while Sunday tends to be the best day for London's markets, for some stallholders in Stevenage, it's a daily struggle. The town's 50-year-old market was moved to a new site over Christmas, but traders say there's now a lack of footfall and they're losing money. The move is all part of a council push to drive up business in the town, but stallholders aren't convinced, as Sophie Wiggins reports.
Carefully framing art is something Pete Cross has done for decades. He and his business partner Richard have been market traders for 30 years, but they say the move into this new indoor space in Stevenage hasn't gone smoothly.
The council have given us this glorious space, but they moved us before Christmas. They moved the dates 3 times, so all the traders lost a month's turnover. We lost £7,000.
Hairdresser Temi Afolayan says promises to equip her stall with necessities like water have gone unfulfilled.
People are asking me, oh, do you wash hair? Because I've already told them I'm going to be washing hair and it's like more money for me. But then I'm losing trade because of that.
But Stevenage Borough Council says this new market space is much better and that it's something they believe shoppers and traders will grow into.
There are snags in the building. The council's working with the traders to not only identify the issues, but to help find the solutions together as well.
Not everyone is unhappy. Ali Fahadi has traded in the town for 25 years and says his loyal customer base has followed him.
I've been very, very lucky. The market is brilliant, the way they've done it. And they got loads of food court that bring people in, they see I'm here. It could have done with a bit more advertising, but it's our business, we have to advertise for it.
9 more stalls will be brought here over the next month, a new space and a fresh start. But for some traders, the challenge is now making sure customers know exactly where to find them and to make enough money to continue their livelihoods here. Sophie Wiggins, ITV News, Stevenage.
Today marks the 45th anniversary of the New Cross fire, which claimed the lives of 13 young black people and led to the subsequent suicide of another. It happened during a house party on New Cross Road, and its impact was far-reaching, considered by many to have been a racist attack. Months later came the Brixton riots, and both events led to serious questions over race relations across Britain. Here's Thomas McGill.
A party that turned to tragedy. 14 young people died following a fire at this house in New Cross in what many believed was a racist arson attack. Today, hundreds turned out for a memorial service at St Andrew's Church in Brockley to remember those who died. Among them was Sandra Ruddock, who lost her husband and sister-in-law. She was at the party that night and says it's vital we all never forget.
It will always feel like yesterday to me. It was a devastating tragedy that happened, and I think it should stay on the history books. It should be brought into the black history. And so I think it should be mentioned in schools, colleges, wherever.
There are millions tomorrow.
The incident sparked anger and protests at the time. 20,000 people took part in a People's Day of Action, marching against the Met's handling of the investigation. Despite 2 police investigations and 2 inquests, it has never been established how the fire here actually started, nor has anyone ever been charged.
These families have never received the justice they so clearly and desperately deserve.
Among today's mourners was Dame Fuella Benjamin, who called for justice, just like so many others here today.
If they're finding people that have done things 50, 60 odd years ago, why can't they sort this out?
There's been a lot of rumours about, what happened, who did it and whatever, but still, no one's been brought to justice, so it's very frustrating,
The answers that people want and need, they're not there. And so being able to just remember and be here together, that's really important.
For now, this community has their memories of the 14 young people who died, hopeful that one day they will also have justice for them too. Thomas McGill, BBC London.
The so-called gentrification of parts of London, when rents and house prices rise and wealthier people move in, is transforming neighbourhoods. The University of London and the Trust of London charity analysed data over the past 25 years. The results, exclusively seen by the Politics London programme, spotlight the pace of change. Helen Drew reports.
Jordan Rivera has worked as an occupational therapist at Homerton Hospital for nearly 20 years. She lives in Hackney with her 2 children and Milo the cat, and has seen the area become more upmarket and feels she's being priced out.
I really want to stay in this area because I've been living here a long time now. I want to be near my children's school, I want to be near my workplace, but my flat's too small now. It's going to be difficult, I think, to find a bigger flat that we can afford in this area.
Across Hackney, there's been a huge amount of gentrification, where neighbourhoods change due to more affluent residents moving in, leading to rising property prices and often lower income residents having to move out. New research by Trust for London, led by University College London's Geographic Data Service team, shows people moving into gentrified areas are typically coming from further away than those moving to other parts of London, and they're often more affluent, altering previously deprived areas.
So in these areas we're seeing a disproportionate drop in black households. We're also seeing, really worryingly, a drop in children in these neighbourhoods, and that's something that's different. So if you look back into past gentrification, you would have still seen children, but now we're seeing less and less children, schools closing, and that is really worrying.
Transformations over the years have made some areas look smarter and feel safer. At the same time, many people have had no choice but to leave the neighbourhoods they knew and loved. Helen Drew, BBC London.